Hello, this is Farhaduddin Ahmed Bie, Advocate Bangladesh Supreme Court from Rule of Law at the rate of Adalat channel. Today I'm going to talk about a very important issue for all of you so that you can get more benefit from my discussion today. I hope you will stick together with this discussion and will be enriched with my information so that you can win the race of getting excellency in your profession. So those who have subscribed to my channel, you are most welcome and thank you very much from my part. And those who did not subscribe my channel are kindly and most humbly requested to subscribe my channel so that you can get a good number of topic covered by me. I will upload here a very important issue step by step, and you can press the bell icon to get the notification at the earliest. And let's discuss about our today's topic, that is nothing else but the outline of getting well preparation to practice in the Honorable High Court Division of the Supreme Court of Bangladesh. This is for written practice permission test and viva voce course outline at all. I'm recapping it again. I'm discussing about how to take well preparation on High Court written practice permission test and the viva also. Let's enjoy this discussion and I'm hoping you will stick to gun with this discussion till the end. Okay, let's talk about how to get well preparation for High Court practice permission written and viva course. Actually, in Bangladesh, the written examination to get enrolled in the Honorable High Court Division has, in real sense, been much qualitative and competitive with the passage of time. Learned lawyers, those who are in practice for the required period in the lower judiciary, have to face the written examination to get permission to practice in the Honorable High Court Division. Actually, learned lawyers, those who are serious in practice and very competent in English, can easily qualify in the Honorable High Court Division's written examination. In fact, if the learned lawyers regularly practice drafting in English in black and white, it will be an advantage to pass the written examination. In the written examination, learned lawyers will have to attempt 3 categories of questions such as repetition, civil and criminal. Total marks distribution in the written examination is 9 for writ, 8 for criminal appeal with bail petition or quashment, 8 for civil revision or appeal, altogether 25 marks. But learned lawyers must get at least 13 marks out of 25 to pass in the written stage. There are different factors involved in passing the examination easily. These factors are like as carrying competency in English, time maintaining in the exam hall, writing answers as per the instructions of the questions, avoiding spelling mistakes and repetition of points and grounds, accuracy in sentence formation, proper format and making necessary parties, giving more attention on course title, grounds and prayer portion, neat and cleanliness in presentation, understanding the brief very carefully, avoiding to write incompetent petition, proper paragraphing and avoiding to writing mesmerizingly, not too much extended and short petition writing, attempting to write the repetition first, using proper legal terms, styles and professional format, not spending too much time for a particular petition, taking the answer paper before submitting, in black and white practice party at least 3 months prior to the examination, avoiding to follow the petition of any guidebooks, but to follow the professional drafting, ensuring your writing checked out by your senior or professional. Actually, those learned lawyers who want to overcome this stage must have to care and maintain time and freehand writing experience. I more particularly discourage to be dependent on any books or memorizing, which is in particular odds to cut a good figure in the examination. The learned lawyers, those who are comparatively weak in English, will be taught separately, and they will have to take well preparation in practical drafting skills and individual dictation from the learned senior advocate, those who are very much success in their profession. Most importantly, we have no failure record at all in Bangladesh. More so, there are mushroom-like coaching centers in Bangladesh, those who are dealing with this matter, to give guideline and to teach them, to make them competent to face the written examination for High Court permission test. In fact, so far as I think and believe, it is not necessary at all. If any learned advocate are very much enthusiastic to fulfill their knowledge vessel with the dictation, individual dictation from any learned senior who is capable enough to draft very smartly in his practical experience or the professional experience purpose, it's good enough. Really, it is relevant to say that assessment of the answer scripts, keeping the highest and excellent standards of the examiners. Before appearing in the examination, every learned advocate, those who are willing to appear in the written examination, should take into account. So no telling to say that only the learned advocate, those who are intended and determined enough to polish their drawbacks and the latches in regard to the drafting skills, will get the place of winning the crown of High Court written permission. From my experience of profession, I can say that any individual who have practicing experience or people is ship with a learned senior in the Honorable High Court Division and have a good command over English and freehand writing will be able to win over that match. The written permission test of Honorable High Court Division of the Supreme Court of Bangladesh. It is interestingly, and there is no denying fact that scoring more in the written examination will particularly ensure you more not to be dropped out from the viva voce. So we believe in that any individuals having hard work tendency and its will not be dropped out from this race. From my point of view, I can say that most of the learned advocates being weak in English drafting and freehand writing depend on different books or different specimen, and they try to memorize it, which is actually not very good habit to win over in such kind of examination. At the bottom line of my discussion today, my honest request to all the learned lawyers who are planning to appear in the Honorable High Court Division permission test, is just try to get practice in black and white. Don't try to go through any drafting at your chamber or at your home or at your senior's chamber. It will destroy your writing habit. Don't let away your writing skills. In black and white, in practice, at your chamber, just try to write all the drafting matters or the questions. Try to keep adjustment of your writing and of your drafting in a very clear and precise manner. Don't try to memorize and don't try to use any sentences which are not exactly the accurate sentences, and don't go for repeating any sentences, and paraphrasing is most important, and run out sentences are discouraged to put in your exam scripts. Actually, this was all about the written examination, but now I will talk about the viva voce examination of High Court Division practice. In this examination, you will have to prove before the enrollment committee and the viva board that you were regular in the Honorable High Court Division and you have a good knowledge over your subject matters, and you will certainly be the regular practitioner here in the Honorable High Court Division of the Supreme Court of Bangladesh. And most importantly, you were engaged with your learned senior and you have a very good experience of verbal communication and you have smartness. You know the court decorum and you know all about the Supreme Courts. You know all about the cause list. You know all about the terms and the legal terminologies that we very often face here at the time of practice, and some courtesy and some statute you will have to go through, and our country's constitution must have to be gone through by the examinees as well, and some statutes and most importantly CRPC, CPC, Evidence Act, SR Act, Transfer of Property Act, State Acquisition and Tenancy Act, and then some special laws, Navi Shushu Nizatan Daman Ain, and Digital Security Act, and some other important and very new laws must have to be introduced and acquainted by the learned advocates, those who will appear in the viva voce examination of High Court enrollment. So that was all about the viva voce guidelines as well. So in your viva voce examination, you will have to prove that you have a confidence and you have a good attitude to the judiciary, and you will be stick to gun with the profession, and you will be regular in the profession, and you are serious enough to carry out your professional practice in the High Court Division. And if you fail to prove that you are you will regularly practice in the Honorable High Court Division after being enrolled, then the members of the enrollment committee or the viva voce member may not qualify you in the viva voce examination. That is very bad. So always try to present yourself in the interview vote or the viva voce vote in a very presentable way. Try to convince them and don't try to argue with the interviewers. They most probably and most of the time they are the honorable justices of the High Court Division and the Appellate Division, and they may have the elected representative of the Bangladesh Bar Council. So try to be courteous enough, and they will assess your courtesy whether you are courteous enough or not. If your courtesy is probed and they can very simply understand that yes, you are knowledgeable and you have that kind of tendency and determination to be involved in this profession or the legal fraternity, and you have utmost respect, and you have the thinking and the dream to be a very good lawyer, then they will ultimately qualify you in the VAVAVOC examination. So repeat, don't try to go for showing your argument, or don't try to be involved with any debate. Sometimes members of the VAVAVOC examination may try to assess you whether you have any patience or you can put up with any insult. They will just try to poke you. They will just try to assess your indulgence. Don't try to be annoyed or ill-tempered. Don't lose your temper. Just try to control yourself, because this is how you will have to be qualified here in the VAVAVOC examination. So this is the U-turn you are going to take in your profession. So my honest request to all the participants of the VAVAVOC examination is not to be angry and annoyed to any type of questions asked by the interview board members. Be always courteous, respectful, and very simple in presentation. If VAVA board members ask you the questions in English, it is better and it is preferable to give the answer from your part in English language. If they ask you the question in Bengali, you must have to answer the question in Bengali. Do not try to be over smart here before the interview board. If they ask you in Bengali, don't go for answering the question in English. They will take it in other way. So just try to keep pace with the style of the interviewers. What they want to follow, you just try to follow in that way. That would be better for all of you. So that is the thing that I was talking about. So apart from that, there are some of the courtesy or the behavior or some of the decorum you will have to follow at the time of interview. Your sitting style, your gesture, posture, your dress up, get up, outfitting, everything will have a very good impression before the interview board. If you don't have that kind of impression, if you cannot make that kind of impression before the interview board, you may not be qualified, because the sole authority and the sole power to qualify you or disqualify you in the interview or the VAVAVOC is in their hands. So you must have to snatch that pass from them by showing and by demonstrating and by projecting your qualities, whether it may be the legal language, it may be the legal terminologies, knowledge, or any other things, or by dint of or by virtue of your gesture, posture, and any other positive behavior or something like that. And that was from my part actually today to talk about all of you. And it is interesting to say that in our country, the legal profession has a very, very good potentiality. A good number of learned friends are nowadays taking well preparation, and they are enthusiastic enough to carry out their practice in the Honorable High Court Division. And for that reason, my humble request and honest request to all the learned friends to take well preparation, so that at one sitting you can pass the permission test, the written permission test and the VAVAVOC, and you can be qualified and you can be the dignified member of Bangladesh Supreme Court Bar Association. I hope and strongly believe that the discussion that was carried out from my part was much more beneficial and helpful to all of you, and you have been able to learn a little bit thing at least from my discussion. Hope you will subscribe this channel. This is completely a charitable initiative from my part. I'm trying to carry out and I'm trying to deliver my lectures and discussions on different topics, more particularly on legal issues, so that every human being or the knowledge expectant persons across the world can get a little bit benefit at least from my discussion. So though it is not possible for me to continue and to give and to educate in every aspect or every sector of legal arena, but in which arena I have a good knowledge and I have tried to acquire a little bit knowledge, I'm just trying to share with all of you. So that's all, nothing more than that from my part, and I hope and strongly believe that you will stick to gun and you will be enjoying my lecture in the upcoming days, and I will be grateful and happy enough if you give your feedbacks through the comment box. And if you think that any kind of discussion related to this matter, today's discussing matter, you require, you can ask me in my comment box, and I will surely reply the comment within a short time. So hope you will be doing well in your examinations, and I most humbly request to all of you to subscribe this initiative. This is a charitable initiative from my part, and share it, like it, and if you do not like, you can also dislike it. Don't hesitate to share it, because if you share it, anyone throughout the world and across the world who are looking for such kind of videos or the discussion will get, and they will be able to listen very carefully, and they will get the benefit from this initiative actually. So stay safe, be patient, and try to read books, and by reading and acquiring knowledge, anyone can keep very significant role here in this universe, and hate corrupted people. Let's try to be honest enough and be the practicing Muslim, or whatever your language or whatever your religion, doesn't matter. Let's try to be honest. Thank you very much. See you, bye bye, in the upcoming days.